Improve the energy efficiency and comfort of your customers' homes with Great Stuff Pro gaps and cracks. Use these helpful steps to complete your air sealing project. Designed for the pro contractor, the Pro Series gun applied foam is easy to apply and features no drip, precision application, and 30-day restartability. Here are some common areas that Great Stuff Pro gaps and cracks can be used around the home. Here's what you'll need to do this project. Personal protective equipment, gloves, goggles, and long sleeves. Drop cloths, paper towels, can of Great Stuff Pro gaps and cracks, a can of Great Stuff Pro gun cleaner, Great Stuff Pro 13, 14, or 15 foam dispensing gun, sandpaper, box cutting knife, opaque paint for any foam exposed to UV light, spray water bottle, a small jar or tube of petroleum jelly. Make sure you are working in a well-ventilated area and that you read all instructions carefully before you begin. Ensure you have adequate temperature and humidity, or misting water bottle if area or the space is too arid. Ensure the area is free of any open flames or sparks, and don't smoke while dispensing foam. Now let's get started. First, prep the area, gap, or crack to be foamed. Next, remove any unwanted material blocking access to the area to be foamed. Shake the can vigorously for a minimum of 1 minute, then remove the cap. Coat the collar of the can and the gun basket receptacle with petroleum jelly to assist in attaching and separating the foam can. If not already attached, apply the gun applicator, twisting the gun basket onto the can collar firmly, but do not over-tighten or cross-thread the can collar. Open the regulating valve, which is located at the back of the gun, above the handle, and dispense an amount of foam to ensure adequate flow and no leaks from the top of the can. Turn the regulating valve again to set the desired bead size with the fully pulled trigger. Do a dry run, dispensing no foam, around the area you want foamed to check for any areas where the gun tip may get hung up or the crack is too narrow for the gun tip. Mark these areas and come back and fill them last. Now that you are ready to start applying the foam, insert the tip of the gun into the gap or crack. Squeeze the gun trigger and run a bead of foam smoothly and evenly along the gap or crack, filling approximately 50% to allow for expansion. Don't overfill the gap as the foam will expand. You can always go back and find any areas that need additional foam. Release the trigger while the gun tip is still in the opening, and when the foam has stopped dispensing, extract the gun tip. Wipe away any unwanted, uncured foam. In 10 to 15 minutes, after you've finished foaming, press a gloved finger to the foam bead. It should be tack-free. If it isn't, mist the foam with the water bottle sprayer. After 1 hour, inspect the gap or crack for any areas where the foam has expanded beyond the leading edge of the opening. In the event of overfoaming, wait until the foam is fully cured, approximately 8 hours, and then sand down or cut the excess foam. Do not try to wipe off the excess foam with an acetone-soaked towel or cloth before it's cured, because acetone will adversely affect the proper curing of the foam. If the foam will be exposed to UV light, such as in an exterior application, consider protecting the foam from UV degradation with an opaque paint or stain. Clean up the surrounding area and discard any soiled materials and empty cans of Great Stuff Pro properly. When finished for the day, completely close the regulating valve and store the gun with the can of foam attached in a cool, dry space. Do not separate the gun and the can of Great Stuff Pro, even if the can is empty. Avoid introducing air and/or moisture anywhere uncured foam may be exposed. Leave the can on the gun. The system is restartable up to 30 days after all. Great Stuff Pro, the stuff pros are made of. If putting a different can of foam onto the dispensing gun, first remove the old can of foam from the dispensing gun. Clean the gun at the point of attachment to a can by spraying cleaner on this area. Note: this does not require attaching the can of cleaner to the gun. just spray the cleaner on the basket of the dispensing gun. Otherwise, the foam from the can that you just removed will cure and the gun will be adhered to the can. Now, shake the can vigorously for a minimum of 1 minute. Then, attach the gun to the new can of Great Stuff Pro. Spray the new foam into a waste receptacle or onto a piece of cardboard. New foam will help push out residual old foam from the barrel until the foam coming out of the gun is uniform in color and consistency. Then, begin applying new foam in the intended application. Great Stuff Pro gun applied foam is restartable for up to 30 days between uses. If periods longer than 30 days are anticipated, mark a calendar to shake the gun and the attached can vigorously for a minimum of 1 minute. Open the regulating valve. Dispense an amount of foam into a plastic-lined trash can to purge the gun barrel of foam. Close the regulating valve and restore in a cool, dry space. When this is done, the 30-day restartability period can be considered reset. Avoid over-cleaning the gun. You'll only need to dispense gun cleaner, acetone, through the gun every 12 to 24 cans, which is about 1 to 2 cases of foam, even if you're only using one type of Great Stuff Pro foam. Running too much cleaner through the inner workings of the gun could result in coating the rod inside the barrel of the gun and impeding the flow.